Hi and welcome to another tutorial. In today's lesson we'll learn how to recreate this cool looking parallax effect using Adobe Photoshop and After Effects. So anyways guys, let's jump in. So the first thing that we need to have an image. Now I'll list the link to the project files below where you can find this image to follow along. But once you have that, you will need to go into Photoshop and you'll need to separate the boat from the background layer. Once you've separated it, then you will need to use generative fill to clean that up and have a clean plate. Now, if you don't know how to do this, you can watch some of my previous videos that will show you this exact step. But once you have that, all you need to do is save it as a PSD document and take it into After Effects. So here we are in After Effects and I'm just gonna create a new composition. For this composition, I'm gonna use a 4K composition, 3840 by 2160, 30 FPS at a duration of about 10 to 15 seconds. Press OK. Once you have that, you need to import your files by right-clicking and go File Import. So now when you want to import your files, you want to import it as a composition with editable layer styles. Now you can press OK and now you get access to your layers over here. So if you drag them to your timeline and then if you bring the boat up to the first layer, I'm just going to rename them while I'm here. Then you can see the boat and the lake just like that. Now they're a bit too big, so we can just scale them down for the meantime. We will have to change it a little bit later. So now once we've done that, the whole point of the parallax is to kind of cut out the different areas of this clip. So I'm going to start off with the clouds, then the mountains, and then the bottom bit over here. So in order to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate the background layer by pressing Command or Control D. Then I'm going to solo it, and then I'm going to grab the pen tool, and I'm just going to create a kind of a rough mask just below this mountainous kind of area. And then when you get to the end, what you need to do is you'll need to connect it back just so you have that as your kind of top area. So I am going to rename that to clouds, and then I'm going to repeat the process again for the mountains. So I'm going to press Control D, and then I'm going to call it mountains. I'm going to solo it, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same thing again. And now this time I'm going to go down to probably about here. And again, same thing, just make sure you connect it back up together. So now we'll do the last bit, which is going to be the lake. So I'm going to press Command Control D. I'm just going to rename that lake. I'm going to solo that. And then I'm just going to grab the pen tool and then just create my mask in there. And then once you get to the end, make sure you join it all up together, just like that. So now what we can do is we can unsolo that, we can actually delete the background layer, and then what we can do is we can make all of these objects 3D layers, and this is how we make the parallax effect. So if we now go to the active camera and then go to the top, what we're gonna do is we're gonna just push all of these layers back in Z space. So it's pretty easy to do. All we're gonna do is just press P for position, and then we're just gonna move some of these things around. So if you just grab the, let's say the clouds, and then if you push this back, you kind of get the idea. So I'm just gonna bring this back to, let's say, about 15,000. All right, so you can see where it's kind of gone. Maybe we'll bring it back a little bit less. Maybe we'll say 12,000, then the mountains will do 8,000, then the lake will do probably about 6,000, and the boat will do at probably about 4,000. So you can see all the layers here, and that is how we do the parallax effect. And now we're going to animate it and make it move. So if we go back to the active camera, now you can see what has happened here. So all you need to do to fix this up is to go to the clouds, press scale, and now you can put it back to the scale that it was in. The mountains as well, if you just increase the scale to that and try and make it fit to where it was originally at. And finally, the lake as well, we will have something like that. Now, if there's a few black parts to this or you can't get it to fit right, what you can do is you can always just move the mask for whichever one of the layers needed it. So in my case, the lake kind of needed a little bit of a you know, fixing up, just something like that. And once you have that and you have no black areas, then you can move the boat to wherever you want. So I'm just going to put that in there, and I'm just also going to scale up the boat a little bit just so it's sitting there like that. Cool. So now once we have all of that, we need to add a camera. So if I right click in here and go new camera, it's going to run with a 50mm camera. And then once I right click on the camera and then go into camera and then go into create orbit null, now I'll have a null that's set up for that camera. Now we need to move the anchor point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold Command or Alt and double click this pan behind tool, which centers the anchor point in there. So now what we need to do is we need to animate this. So if I press P for position, all right, set a keyframe over there. And then if I go to the end over here and I kind of zoom it in, this is what the parallax effect is all about. So you can see how it's starting to break there. So you can always go back and you can rearrange the masks and things like that. Cool. So now once you've gone through and you've noticed if there's any like kind of black areas, you just have to fix up the masks and yeah, just have to make sure that the black areas don't show up. Cool. So now once you have that, you should have a nice animation that kind of zooms in like that. So we're going to make it even better. Cool. So now once you have that, we can even animate it further by opening up the camera settings and then go into the X rotation, setting a keyframe, and then just moving to the end of the composition and just adding a bit of X rotation. So I'll probably go to about 2 degrees, and now we've got some X rotation in there. Cool. So now once we have that X rotation, we need to make the boat move. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go onto the boat layer, press P for position, make sure you're at the start of the composition, and then go to the end of the composition. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move it to, let's say, probably around about there. So now I've got some movement in the boat, and I think that's looking pretty cool. So the last thing that we need to do is we need to add some water. So in order to do that, what we need to do is we need to create a new solid, and I'm just going to call this solid wave. And on here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to search for the effect called fractal noise. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open up the transform settings, untick uniform scaling, change the scale height to about 10. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold Option or Alt and then click on the evolution. I'm going to write time times 300. So now you will have a little bit of movement there, and that's looking pretty good. Now we can actually take the eye off that because we don't really need it, but we do need to have an adjustment layer in here, and I'm just going to put the adjustment layer right at the top. And the adjustment layer, we're going to search for the effect called displacement map. And in here, I'm just going to change the adjustment layer to the wave, the source to effects and masks. And then I'm going to change the horizontal displace to luminance, the vertical displace to luminance, and I'm just going to change some of the values here. So the max horizontal displace to 40 and the max vertical displace to 10. And you can see what is happening there. And then all we need to do is just mask out a little bit of the water. So if I click on the pen tool, make sure you're on the adjustment layer. And then if I just create a very simple mask. Now you don't have to be perfect here, but if you open up the mask feather and just maybe add a feather of about 10, now you will see you will have some movement on the water. Now the only thing that we have to do is just if we open up the mask settings and then we have to animate the mask path. So as the thing zooms in, we will just have to kind of move this mask around. So it doesn't have to be super accurate. It doesn't have to be full of keyframes, but just as long as it moves down with the actual animation. And there we have it at the final stop there. So now if you go back and if you preview that, now you'll see some of the rippling of the water, and I think that looks pretty cool. So the other final effect that I added in here is I added a new adjustment layer, and I just added some noise. and I just bumped up the noise to about 10%, and that's about it. So cool, that's it for this short tutorial on how to get a parallax working in After Effects and Photoshop. I hope you learned something. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.